Hello, I'm Rhonda. I farm in Sandhutton. We farm asparagus, strawberries, raspberries and one or two other things, but those are the main three crops we do. We live in Sandhutton, and with its name, sand, it's very sandy soil, and that's the reason we started growing asparagus. Our agronomist who came to see us said, "Wow, you've got the perfect soil for growing asparagus, you need to do this." The reason asparagus likes sandy soil is because it's really free draining, it doesn't puddle and it warms up really quickly. So, asparagus really likes that sort of soil, so that's why we grow it. Asparagus is quite expensive because it's very labour intensive. Everything is cut with a little knife, we have to cut by hand. So for example, tomorrow this one should have grown a little bit more, we'll cut that one, but we'll leave these two maybe for Thursday or Friday because they just aren't growing. But if we get a machine and we slice them all off, that wouldn't be worth doing because we'd lose so much in weight. So yeah, we have to hand select each and every asparagus. That's quite hard to work really when you've got 14 acres. This is a perfect spear. We'll be harvesting this tomorrow. It's a nice straight spear. The head's tightly closed, which the restaurants like because it's more attractive. So even once we've cut it, we're busy sorting first class and second class out. We're deciding, who gets what. Very labour intensive. I'll show you this one here. This one will never make a bundle, sadly. It's a reject. It's a class 2. It's a supin. It's a flan spear. But we have a fantastic guy in the pack house. Fantastic guy, Emil. He sorts every single spear by hand for us and deciding where each spear goes. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to show you what the asparagus would look like if we didn't cut it. What the asparagus does is, well, once we've cut it, it sends down a message to the root and sends another one up, something's gone wrong. So every time we cut it, it sends another one up, and all it wants to do is to grow into fern. So I'll show you some fern now. This is an asparagus spear that we've allowed to develop into fern. The reason we've allowed this particular patch to develop into fern is because it's very young, it's about 1 or 2 years old. So we don't want to cut it because it's not strong enough. It's not a strong enough root system to allow us to do that yet. So all it's doing is gathering all the greenery it can, and then it's turning it into doing its photosynthesis stuff and storing carbohydrates from when we eventually do cut it. So yes, this is a very tall spear. It's going to turn into huge, massive fern. So once we've cut all the asparagus, it all gets put into these orange crates and laid all the same way, as you can see. And about, I don't know, probably about 300 or 400 pounds in weight in here, which we'll sort in the morning. Not a great cut because the rain really does slow it down because the soil gets wet and cold and it just slows everything up. What we want is hot, dry weather. But we'll get on with that in the morning. This is some that's already been washed today, and again that will get us going in the morning to pack. It really, I mean, most people cut it, but it really is really delicious raw. Tastes like pea pods. So in salads it's really, really nice. Just tastes like pea, the outer bit of the pea. Really, really tasty.